Hello everyone, I'm Extra Cheesy 87 and this is Let's Play Trails of Cold Steel Part 59. In the previous video, we got to kick off our free day. We talked to most of the people in at least southern Trista. We still have the northern section of the town and the academy itself. I want to say college for some reason. I mean, it's kind of a college if you don't think about it at all. Yeah, I mean, when you get to go on, like, field studies and stuff, you don't really do that in high school. That's more of a college thing. What's going on here, Emil? I forgot to talk to you guys in the last free day. So, how's it going? Oh my, good afternoon. It's rather warm today, isn't it? Of course, that's not an issue for me since I'm never doing any more chores. Let's go. Instead, I'm boldly pioneering the revolutionary new cocktail diet. I mean, she tried to make it work. You can't fault her. The children are away too, so I had the luxury of kicking back today. Oh yeah, they are gone. Wonder where they're off to. Let's see, how's it going over here, Alan? I decided to come to the concert since Bridget was going to be performing in it. No reason to hang around the club if I can't focus on what I'm doing, right? Alright, let's take a peek. He's always been a good piano player. Right, let's take a peek. I'm glad to see that you can make it, Instructor Markov. Oh, well, mince plans, so I can't exactly skip out on this. Right now, she's doing some final checks before the show starts. Please head inside, so we're gonna miss the concert? I feel kinda bad. My sister kept bugging me to go see Mint perform, so here I am. Still got work to finish, but I guess I can be a good uncle and suck it up for a while. I almost forgot about the performance thing today. Can't miss out on a chance to spend time with Rosine. What the hell is that noise supposed to be? I gotta get some good seats for us. I mean, it's like a creepy laugh, I guess. Also, I forgot to mention, the Demon Reen has been exercised for my controller, hopefully. My Bluetooth adapter finally came in, so the fact that my controller, it's a little actual connection port for the wire is, busted. Or, I mean, it works. It's just, if you move the controller very slightly, it'll disconnect. Thankfully, that issue should be gone, and everything seems to be working pretty fine. Welcome, Thor's Military Academy Wind Orchestra is about to begin the performance. Please, take a seat. The performance will begin momentarily. This event, organized and carried out by students from Thor's, can be considered one of Trista's customary events. Please refrain from making too much noise. Can you guys delay it until, this afternoon so I can support my boy? We also never did really learn how your arm got hurt. I felt like I talked to everyone, but maybe we missed the explanation. Because, I mean, I know it was hinted at that, he hurt himself, but I don't think they ever really explained what happened. I'm doing everything I can do with my arms like this. All I can do now is leave the rest to them. Good luck, everyone. Don't worry, as long as I play like I normally do, everything should work out fine. If Alan can put his all into everything he does, I can too. Alan, I don't know if Alan put his all into not getting my ass kicked by that stupid robot. Oh, Reen, you made it. Hey, Elliot, you're looking kind of nervous. Isn't that easy to tell? There's quite a few people here, so I can't really help it. Especially since I'm the lead violinist now because of Hivel's accident. I can totally understand why you're nervous then. Good luck. Thanks. You'd probably be glad if I stayed. Not yet. Not soon, buddy. Soon, I promise. You'll never guess what happened. I went over to Annie's and she said she was going to go see her performance. I ended up coming with her too. Ah, that's where you are. What's up, Emil? Annie won't stop blathering on about wanting to see this performance. I don't exactly have a busy schedule though, so it's not much of an issue. It's been a while since I was last year, actually. Maybe I'll take this time to ask Adios to help my parents make up. I can't wait for this performance. I know Emil would bring me if I kept bugging him about it. What's Kay doing here? He's walking around all restlessly too. This is the last place I thought I'd ever see him. Something's definitely up here. I must admit, even I'm rather nervous now that the day itself has come. Even so, I do not doubt for an instant they will give us a splendid performance. They've practiced so hard, all they can do now is trust in Adios and believe in themselves. Yeah. That's the chapel knocked out. Hit up the dorms, and then we'll go on to... We'll probably go start our quest. What are our quests again? New day for this video, so... Not entirely familiar. Oh yeah, we're supposed to go to Beryl, so we'll probably go talk to her next. Oh, what are you doing here, Crow? Yo, Rain left something here yesterday, so I just came to pick it up. Oh man, I always forgot how much of a pain moving is until I have to do it again. This is why I just wanted to use my old room to just store stuff in. I wouldn't push your luck with that. Did I give him a hand? Not yet. It's not time yet. President Toa's super duper busy these days. She usually flies through all her work no problem, but not this time. How much stuff did you have to do? Okay. Anyone hanging around? Looks like there's something going on at the garden. We'll pop by Student Union first. Hello. Milliam's a sweet little thing, isn't she? She must be pretty smart to be in your class at such a young age, too. Aside from Toa, I've never seen a Thor student that young. Whoops, I almost forgot that Toa is 18 years old. Yeah, of course she is. For legal reasons, we have to say that she's 18 years old, despite looking like a 12-year-old. Hard at work as ever, I see. It's no good to work all the time, though. Sometimes you need to take a rest and enjoy something sweet. In fact, I know just the dessert. Let me go, yes! I don't know why I wanted to say let me go instead of let's go. I guess because the line he was at that point was, you know, let me. Which transformed the dialogue into let me go. It sounds like there might be rain this evening. At least that's what the radio said. I'm not always right, but I should put an umbrella aside for myself just in case. I don't want to get home soaked. Man, it's just nice to look at that 5-digit number down there. Oh my god. No one man's never been this rich before. What's up? Anyone over here? Oh yeah, how's the chess stuff going? It's been a long time coming, but we're finally ready. Mind games have trained me so well that I can confidently say I'm on par with anyone in the upper class club. All we have to do now is win and keep our club going. Our match with the upper class chess club is starting soon. We've done all we can to prepare. Now we just need to go all out. Oh man, Maki just doesn't even want to hang. He's too focused. I guess we can talk to, Dorothy? I know your name. Emma's taking her sweet time getting here, isn't she? I even brought along a less explicit book to share with her. Oh well, I suppose I should enjoy it myself. I'll wait for her. Oh, there's something so enchanting about all this sweet talk. Vanilla stories have their pleasures too. Don't let her see your fear. Well, welcome to the Occult Research Club. What kind of fortune would you like for me to tell you today, Marine of Class 7? Health, romance, I can even give you life advice if that's what you wish. Sorry, I'm not actually here to get my fortune told. Don't worry, I'm well aware of that. You were sent by the student council, weren't you? You could at least play along a little, though. You're not much fun. I'm kind of fun. Beryl's a strange one, alright. He's got quite the reputation amongst the girls as an uncannily accurate fortune teller, though. There's something I'd like you to ask me. Is there not? Answers are merely a question away. Or there's something you'd like to ask me? Do you wish to know what kinds of rituals and curses are my favorite, perhaps? That's probably the kind of thing I'm better off not knowing, thanks. Wait, she didn't just read my mind, did she? Nah, she couldn't have. I assume you've been informed about what I want you to do. Yeah, you want me to look into the Academy's 7 mysteries, right? Precisely. The sooner you can start investigating, the better. Are you ready to begin? Yeah. Sure, I'm ready when you are. I know a lot of schools across the country have mysteries like these, but I didn't know Thor's had a set all of its own. Well, I'm glad I could give you the good news. They've become a hot topic among some of the girls recently. I wouldn't have guessed that. You said that you wanted me to look into the 7 mysteries? Does that mean you don't know what all of them are and you want me to find out what you don't know? No, I know the basics of each mystery already. What I'd like to ask you to do is to investigate how credible each one is. I see. Is there something I'll really be able to investigate, though? I mean, if they're supernatural. You can just think of it as part of your investigation. If you can't come to any conclusion, so be it. Either way, to be more specific, I'd like you to talk to the people most likely to know something about each mystery. I doubt it. I could do it myself, but I'm not exactly what you would call a people person. Right. Okay. I think I get what you want me to do. Can you give me a head start by telling me what you know about each of the 7 mysteries? I think if I told you everything at once, it might be too much hard for you to take in, that it would stop your little heart. So let me tell you about them one by one. So ask me about them one by one, and I'll tell you what I know about each of them. That sounds like a good way to do it. Alright, leave the investigation to me. Thank you. I look forward to hearing what you discover. Do you wish to hear about one of the Academy's 7 mysteries? Ah, the first mystery, the crying sculpture. The sculpture in question rests in the art room. It's used as a reference for sketches. If you dare draw near, you can see tear tracks running down its face. Whoa. Much more, the tears return after wiping them away. Rumor has it that tears originate from a human head contained within. Okay, I was on board up until then. That's a little too extreme to believe. You think so? Even so, these sorts of stories always contain some kernel of truth. Perhaps speaking to the head of the art club will allow you to find it. Okay. The second mystery is that haunted piano. Late one night, a student walking by the piano room heard someone playing the piano. Drawn by the sound, she took a peek into the room only to find it empty. Well, the name certainly fits. They claim it's a music-loving ghost playing the piano in there. A ghost who likes music, that's all? Seems a bit lazy to me. Agreed, I'll at least give the ghost some elaborate tragic backstory to explain its connection to the piano. Regardless, perhaps you could learn more from the head of the Winged Orchestra. I believe his name was Hibel. Thirdly, we have the mystery of the Forbidden Tome. Now, this one's interesting. Apparently, the Academy's library houses a book containing one of the world's greatest secrets. The book is passed down from one library head to the next, all of whom are tasked with keeping it safe from prying eyes. You weren't kidding, this one is pretty interesting. It pleases me to know that I have a partner in fascination. Just imagine if it were something about the fall of the ancient Sumerian civilization. How romantic. The person currently in charge of the library is Instructor Thomas. He's likely the only person who knows for sure. The sports club grudge is the topic of the fifth mystery. Given how hard the sports club trained, it's not uncommon to hear screaming come from their general direction. But some say that screams can be heard coming from something else, dwelling in the gymnasium. The rumors say that those screams are a grudge of sorts, a manifestation of all the stresses sports club members face. This one seems a bit backwards to me. Working up a sweat should wash away your stresses, not make a monster out of them. Okay, tell me you're athletically gifted without telling me you're athletically gifted, Reen? Only a select few would share that sentiment. Such ignorance of others' feelings might lead you to an unfortunate fate. Right. No matter. It may be wise to ask the captain of the fencing club for further details of this mystery. I think her name is Fredel. The seventh and final mystery is that of the poltergeist in the upper-class dormitory. To be frank, I have little information about this one, but it seems that the furniture, cutlery, and the like are often found broken in the upper-class dormitory. And people are saying a poltergeist is responsible? So it seems. Considering the mess it seems to be making, I would only imagine that the dormitory's maids would know something. Perhaps you should ask them for information. Okay. See ya, girlie. Don't get up to any trouble. Or at least if you do, make sure you're 1,000 yards away from me when it happens. Did I say yards? I mean miles. And did I say miles? I meant light years. Okay. So our first one was, I've already forgotten. I know they said something about the gym, so we'll pivot towards the gym. Hey, Emma, what brings you here? Oh, Reen, you wouldn't happen to have seen Celine anywhere, would you? I've been searching all over for her. Celine, that's your cat, isn't it? Well, I wouldn't exactly call her my cat. She was with me just a little while ago, but then she bolted off like something caught her interest. Hadn't seen her around, at least not recently. Well, I probably shouldn't be too worried about it. She's the capricious sort, not unlike Milliam, I suppose. She must have run off to have a little cat adventure somewhere. Maybe I should help her look later. She's probably planning ways to murder me. Oh no, does she have to figure out which one's the real one? Oh my, mercy me, did you clone yourself, Vivi? How wonderful, now you can work twice as efficiently. Fake Vivi can tend to that flower bed over there, and the real Vivi can be in charge of getting the equipment ready. Oh, she's good. My flawless plan to have my way with Edel's body has a flaw. She seems so easygoing that you'd think she'd be easy to trick, but I guess I shouldn't have underestimated her. Vivi dragged me along so she could play a prank on Edel, but it ended up backfiring. Now I'm stuck helping them out. Why does this always happen to me? Oh my, there are two Vivis all of a sudden. Excellent, now I have more people to take care of the flowers. What's up, bro? The gardening club's always up to something, dude. Must seem nice to be in a club with the actual members. Nobody else joined the fishing club, so it's just me until next year. Even you wouldn't join the club, Marine. I mean, real fucking rude, dude. You're harsher than my mellow, bruh. I try to forget it, but I was a hell of a troublemaker when I first entered the academy. But then Fredel came along and straightened me out with a thorough beatdown. Now, think about it, I've never won a single match against her. Dude, your head, like, it twists too much. Like, that's terrifying, dude. What the hell? It's like it's almost a full 180. What the bro? You can't turn your head like that. I think she's the captain of the fencing club, right? Sorry to bother you, but can I ask you a question? Oh, no bother at all. Ask away. As it so happens, I'm looking into the 7 mysteries of the Academy. Have you ever heard of the sports club grudge? Oh, sure. People have been talking about that since I was a first year. You act like that's a long time ago. This is only a 2-year school, you know? Although I don't suppose it will gain much traction next year. I guess it originates from her? Why's that? It's pretty simple, really. Those screams don't come from people, but the door that used to be here. It had been in a bad condition for years and used to make those awful screeching noises. So I asked for a replacement at the beginning of the month, and now everything is nice and quiet around here. Oh, okay. Lame. Well, that explains that. Thanks for the information. You're very welcome. I thought maybe it was because she was going to be leaving and she was the grudge. And then she was going to fight us. I just always been trying so hard. Wait, what? Alan heading off to apparently some girl he knows from Sunday school's playing in it. I just always been trying so hard here lately. Okay, we got some swimmers. Anyone up here, though? Rex! Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Nothing beats a good swimsuit picture. You better not be taking candid pictures again. No. I got permission this time. I can take all the sexy pics I want. I think he's missing the point. Do you have permission, though? Because, I mean, we'll fuck you up good, but Laura might actually kill you. Man, I'm too busy focusing on them and getting proper practice in. Come on, Monica, you've got this. At this rate, Monica should actually pull it off today. It'll be awesome to see all her hard work pay off. Monica's been making great strides with her swimming lately. She may even reach her goal of swimming 50 arc today. Seeing her push herself like that every day makes me proud to be the one who coached her. I'm glad to hear it. She's been back to her usual self ever since our field study in Heimdall. Is something the matter? Nah, everything's fine. Did I try and help her out? Not yet. Okay, this is it. I've got it this time. Get him, Monica. What else is there? There's the library. And we'll pop by the library. You'll never believe what just happened. Crow returned every single overdue book he had. He even apologized for taking so long. And said, "Your heartfelt pleas have convinced me to change my evil ways. I think I might have had him wrong all along. Maybe he is a good kid." I probably shouldn't be the one to tell you this, but he just moved into our dormitory to avoid repeating a year. Moving from dorm to dorm was probably the only reason he ended up unearthing all those books. I should have known. I swear, that Crow. Rainbow Boy, what sort of questions of your inquiring mind come up with today? As it happens, I'm looking at something for a fellow student. Do you know anything about a forbidden tome supposedly locked away in this library? Oh, do you want to see my collection, Reen? Oh, be assured if I were to show it to you, it would be banned by the ESRB. Forbidden tome? My, what a fascinating idea. Just imagine if it contained details on the sacraments of the ancient Sumerian civilization. Or perhaps it could be a grimoire written by the cross-Balian alchemists of the Middle Ages. Or maybe it's just porn. Wouldn't it be thrilling if one really existed? Yeah, it sure would. In other words, it doesn't. But what exactly inspired you to ask about this imaginary tome? Well, I'm investigating the 7 mysteries of the Academy, and one of them has to do with a book full of the world's greatest secrets hidden deep within this library. Ah, so that's what this is all about. This year's story is even more absurd than the last one I heard, but I do believe I know what you're talking about. You do? The tome the story refers to is in fact a volume of, how shall I put this, gentleman's special interest literature. It is porn. Seriously? At the very least, the forbidden part is right, not because it's dangerous or anything, but because it's rather naughty. We tell you boys time after time not to bring those sort of things into the Academy, but someone always has to try. Well, boys will be boys, I suppose. This little tale started because we gathered the contraband here before we dispose of it. Well, that's one way to do things. So, if you happen to have a prize collection of your own, make sure to leave it under your mattress back home. Unless you want me to find it and share what you're into with Instructor Sara and the rest of the faculty. Oh god, no. Oh no. I have no idea what you're talking about. Well, anyway, there's nothing especially unusual or mysterious about this library, I'm afraid. You've made that abundantly clear. Thank you for your time, Instructor. And for no reason at all, Reen has to go back to the dorm to burn stuff. Sneaking indecent magazines into the Academy means running the risk of having your tastes exposed. You should be careful too, young Urine. I have absolutely no idea what you're talking about. I'm not into bondage. What? I can hardly believe your class was granted an audience with His Majesty. I thought that was just a rumor. Perhaps I underestimated all of you. Very impressive. Those two new transfer students of yours seem like odd ducks, though. I'm finding it hard to tell whether your class is made up of student prodigies or simple-minded weirdos. No, bit of column A, bit of column B. Unfortunately, more column B than column A. I was to concentrate on studying when the sun is so angry at me. It's so hot that I can't even sleep at night. Sleep deprivation is really starting to get to me, too. Okay. Guess we'll go pop by the field, then head into the main building. What's going on over here? Any uses? No uses. I guess there's a Lisa we can maybe hang out with if we wanted to. We're technically off today, but I came to check on the horses. Oh yeah, because Uses was in the store, right? It's been pretty hot lately, so I wanted to make sure they're all okay. I knew this would happen. Ferris can hardly go 2 seconds without challenging me to some sort of competition. It's good to have a competitive spirit, right? It wouldn't be so bad if Emily and Theresia didn't keep throwing more fuel on the fire. I don't think I have any choice but to accept at this point. Maybe I should stay around. No. Later, maybe. I challenge you once more, Lisa. This time I can say with absolute certainty that I shall not lose. To be honest, I don't know how Ferris feels. The whole point of putting in all that effort is seeing how much it's helped you improve. I'm curious as to how all this will turn out too. Okay, so I think that's it for the grounds. Oh, spooky zoom out! Most of the upper class students have returned to their homes. I don't know why I did that. The official word is that it's to learn how to manage their family territory, but it's essentially their summer vacation. Those who are particularly passionate about their clubs or their studies have chosen to remain here, however. Sometimes you gotta make your own fun. Fee's been acting far more approachable of late. Perhaps she's made friends she can really trust. Ah, the joys of youth. It's been ever so slight, but Fee seems to have changed since her arrival. Perhaps she's made some friends that she can trust. Truly, youth is such a splendid thing. What are you doing, buddy? It's been nearly half a year since you entered this academy. Am I right to assume that you're all accustomed to it? I'd say so. We had some troubles along the way, but everyone in Class 7 is finally getting along. We had some interesting new additions to the class, though. Instructor Neithardt? I hope you'll perform to the full extent of your capabilities during your next field study. That's all. You're dismissed. Hold on a sec. Are they planning something? We're not gonna put you in a life or death situation. We're not, endangering you or nothing. There are many things that you've all yet to learn. Make sure to perform at your highest level during your next field study. That's a little more than ominous. Hey, Reen, your next field study, you're totally fucked, by the way. So the vice principal sat me down and forced me to take care of all the paperwork's been piling up. Can you believe he'd force a sweet, delicate maiden like me to bust my buns in this ridiculous heat? I have a sneaking suspicion you only have yourself to blame here. Shush you! All I want is to finish this and head straight to the nearest bar. It's so hot. All I want to do is finish this and head straight to the nearest bar. New methods of communication and product distribution have been incorporated into the Western Zamurian's economy in recent years. As a result, the need has arisen to discuss and enact new legislation accommodating these changes. I am certain this will be one of the key topics of the West Zamuria Trade Conference at the end of the month. Well, alongside other important economic and commercial matters, of course. And I recommend reading the news on a regular basis as a source of ample and interesting information, because you're going to read about a law, and then on my exam I'm going to name it wrong, and then when you pick the law, you don't pick the right answer because the law's wrong, I'm going to mark it wrong. All his faults, Vice Principal Heinrich's pretty good at making complicated topics easy to understand. Except for when he literally cheats on his exams and writes the name of the law down wrong. It wasn't about public transport! Please take care during this month's investigation. It's entirely possible that another situation like last month's may arise, after all. The last thing we want is for any of you to sustain injuries. That's a little joke, of course. I don't care what happens to you. Please take care. You can't sue me if you're dead, haha! Oh, let's go check the, our favorite janitor. Got a little trick that keeps me healthy all summer. All you need to do is drink a nice hot cup of coffee when the afternoon is at its hottest. You ought to give it a shot yourself. Warm drinks are the key to staying healthy during the summer. The weather alone won't make you sweat out all the bad stuff. Don't knock it till you tried it. Janitor Geiler died of heat stroke later that year. Bless up. Anyone over here? Okay, can't go here. Give me a recipe. I know I already got one, but I want another. On slower days, I like to pass the time by making different kinds of food. Today, for example, seems like a perfect day for cake, so it's time to get baking. Teach me how to make a cake. Teach me how to make a cake. Oh, that reminds me, what about that recipe we got? Any good? Not bad. Okay, so Milliam and Crow can cook stuff. Are they good at anything? Dude, none of our characters are good at making deluxe anything. Like, Elliot can make deluxe omelets, and, Fee can make deluxe... something, I thought? I know Machias can make super coffee. I mean, I really don't know how you... Because, I mean, the Orbment just makes the Superbs more likely. It doesn't really affect your Deluxes, so I don't really know how you're supposed to get those without just, like, incredible trial and error. Like, a Fee can make good juice. But the juice also, like, sucks? Well, no, the wild... Yeah, it's still kind of bad. I mean, 100... Faint Confuse is... I mean, it's okay. I mean, it's better than just, like, default Cure Faint, but you're also spending... It's actually not that expensive to make. Since you don't have an expensive ingredient associated with it. Pretty sure this girl's the head of the art club. Excuse me, could I have a minute every time? No, I'm busy. But my ears work, so I can listen to whatever you have to say. Go ahead, state your business. Okay, I guess she's gonna keep working while I talk. That's pretty impressive. I'm actually looking into the Academy's 7 mysteries, one of which is the art room's crying sculpture. You wouldn't have to know anything about condensation. Sorry, what? Like I said, it's condensation. You have no idea how many people have come in to ask about that. They're not tears, just condensation, water vapor in the air if big words scare you. Who in the right mind would actually believe a sculpture could cry? I guess the world will never run out of idiots. I see. Is that it? Yeah, pretty much. Thank you for the information. It was nothing. Okay, I'll go. I've been working like crazy since last night and just can't stop. Anything I lay my hands on is transformed into a beautiful piece of art. Is it? Because this horse has looked the same for 6 months. You can't take green, okay? A beautiful death. Bring it, lady. Slice you up like a chopped onion. Okay, nobody else here. Anyone on the roof? Any kitty cats? No, Fee? I mean, you're almost a cat. I wanted to cool off here, but looks like it's gonna rain. What a drag. Really? But it's sunny out right now. Just a feeling I have. Darren said the same thing when I was heading out, now that I think about it. Oh well, might as well stay here while it's still hot. Well, that's pretty much all of our talking done. Well, there's still the engineering building, but there's a quest there, so we'll wait and do that later. And we still got all our bonds to do, which will take a while. So we got Hebel. He should know something. Get out of my way, kid. I think this is the Hebel from the Wind Orchestra. Oh, hey, what's up? I have a question for you. I'm trying to investigate the 7 mysteries of the Academy. What have you heard about the haunted piano? Oh, that story. That's one about a ghost playing the piano in an empty room, isn't it? Ah, so you do know it. What can you tell me about it? So you want to know the truth, huh? As it turns out, the ghost was me all along. Whoa, really? Yes, I'm not actually real. Okay, calm down. I didn't mean that I'm actually a ghost. The rumor started spreading because someone heard noises in what they thought was an empty room, but I'm pretty sure they just stumbled along while I was tuning the piano. Really? Yeah, it's not exactly rare to end up totally obscured from view when you're tuning certain parts of it. Chances are that whoever heard that at the time just couldn't see me. So basically, I'm your so-called ghost. Oh, that makes sense. I have an obligation to slay you now. Right? Sorry though, you're probably hoping for something a bit more exciting. Not at all. You just told me what I needed to hear. Beryl might not be thrilled though. Thanks for your time. Not a problem. I bet at least one of these is going to be actually like supernaturally. Okay. And what were the others? Oh yeah, there's the upper class dorms. That was one. Can't think of a better person to ask about the upper class dorm. Excuse me, would you mind if I ask you a question? Of course not. How can I help you? I'm investigating the 7 mysteries of the Academy. There's one story about a poltergeist in the dorm. Would you know if there's any truth to that? I do, in fact. Some of the more experienced maids told me all about it. I've seen it. I've even seen it for myself. You've actually seen the poltergeist? Oh, not quite. There was a much simpler explanation behind all the havoc. As the story goes, plates are broken and utensils strewn about the kitchen, correct? But these things happen when girls try their hands at cooking for the first time. The kitchen can get very, chaotic. This tends to hit its peak in May when more of them want to practice for their cooking classes. But I think a poltergeist makes for a far more interesting culprit when people are sharing stories. That explains it. Thanks for clearing everything up. I'm glad I could be of help. So we're still missing a couple. The first mystery done, second done, third done. What about the fourth? Did we not ask about the fourth one? I guess I didn't. Did we not ask about the fourth and the sixth one? I don't see anything marked on our map. Maybe I just forgot to ask about him? Lady Ferris is in rare form this morning. It takes a special kind of lady to wear all of her clothes inside out and trip over nothing. What an honor it is to serve such interesting and endearing masters. I knew it. She all finds this hilarious. Okay, take me back to, Beryl? Where are you studying again? Beryl! I forgot your hints. You wish to hear about the Academy. I mean, did I not? Oh yeah, I guess I just didn't ask about them. I guess I must have kind of thought I did without paying attention. The fourth mystery tells of the hidden graves. This legend dates back 250 years. It's said that many of who died in the War of the Lions lie buried beneath this academy. More specifically, their bodies are buried directly below what is now the field. Whoa, is there any more to this story? Oh, there most certainly is. They say that on some cursed nights, the corpses of the buried rise from their graves to bathe in the moonlight. And when they do, their long hidden graves surface from the fields, overturning it and leaving holes. That explains why this mystery is called the Hidden Graves, at least. But honestly, I was kind of expecting the mystery to be a little creepier. You must be getting used to these macabre mysteries, then. What do you mean by good? Regardless, the best people to ask about the field would be the members of the riding club. I believe the Cubs' Captain Lambert is home for the summer. Perhaps you should ask Paula instead. Oh my. The sixth mystery surrounds the Crimson Devil of Lake Hell. Have you paid much mind to the pond beside the gymnasium? Some say that it has a direct connection to Hell itself. Wait, what? More amazingly, they say a resident of Hell, the Crimson Devil, shows up at the pond from time to time. Well, that's certainly something. Any word on what it looks like? It's a fish. Sadly, the only descriptor I've heard is that it has 2 massive claws. Might be best to ask someone who fishes there often if you wish to know more about this mystery. You know Kenneth, he's the first year in the Imperial Fishing Club. He's a noble, though, but he acts as he's not. Nevertheless, he is the club's head. Perhaps he knows something. He's also the only member? I'm guessing it's a big crab. Kenneth, tell me about the crab. Start. Hey, Rain's still fishing the good fish. I don't think that's how the saying goes, but I guess you could say that. That's actually something I was hoping to ask you about. Does the Crimson Devil of Lake Hell ring any bells? That's one of the Academy's 7 big mysteries, right? It's the only one I know, at least. Seriously though, do anyone really believe this place is connected to Hell? Probably not. Damn, marking that off the list. Any idea what the Crimson Devil part's all about, though? That's probably a crayfish. You see them around this part every so often. That must be, what's a crayfish? Crawfish? Those red things kind of look like crabs. They ain't got 2 big claws just like that devil's supposed to. Wouldn't be surprised if that crayfish is part of the whole thing. Yeah, especially when you put it like that. Thanks, Kenneth. Okay. Grimm's Double Lake Kel's a doozy name for a crayfish. Who came up with that? We should go fish at the river again. And then we got the riding club, and we're pretty much done. What's up? You're Reen from Eustace's class, right? That's right, and you're Paula from class 5, I assume. This might sound weird, but I'm currently looking into the mystery surrounding the school. Have you heard the rumor they're calling the hidden graves? I have. That's the one about the dead rising from their graves in the field, right? Is it just horse hoof imprints? Lambert and I found a hole in the field a while back, but the only thing that come out of that was an exam with a bad grade. Oh. Seriously? You know, it seems like someone couldn't deal with getting a score that bad, so they tried to put their test 6 reg under. They didn't even bury it, though. Just dug a hole and tossed it in. We filled it up since someone could have tripped. But with a grade like that, you could say the only grave our culprit dug was his own. Yeah, that joke is so bad I can't even force myself to laugh. That aside, thanks for the info. That was a big help. I've investigated all 7 mysteries now. In the end, none of them turned out as spooky as I'd hoped. But, oh well. I hope Beryl won't be too disappointed. No, but you don't get it, Reen. The only they dug was their own. It's hilarious, Reen. Laugh. You're legally obligated to laugh, okay? It's in the Constitution, I promise. Article 7, Section 8. Must laugh at dumb jokes. If they're told earnestly. What am I doing? Oh yeah, Student Union. Now you may be wondering, does Erebony have a constitution? I mean, maybe. Yeah, let's see, you finish your investigation. Can you tell? I mean, the constitution is probably just like, was rewritten, so it's like Chancellor Osborne can do whatever the hell he wants. Can you tell me what you've learned? Sure, let me go through them one by one. Reen told Beryl the truth about each of the 7 mysteries. I see. Condensation, magazines, a test. None of these are supernatural at all. I honestly didn't expect any of them to be real, but the thought is even more pathetic than I thought it'd be. But the truth is even more pathetic. I agree. Although it's kind of interesting that people were able to make such fantastical stories out of perfectly ordinary things. I suppose that's true. Still, I'd like to thank you for looking into everything for me. So here you go. It's something hexed with one of my favorite curses. Ooh. Thanks. To tell you the truth, I'm a little surprised none of the mysteries had anything to do with the old schoolhouse. Seems like the perfect setting for a good ghost story. Wonder why it didn't come up. I already know there are strange monsters in there. What are you talking about? Of course it comes up in the real 7 mysteries at least. Monka? What? Could you say that again? I didn't quite make that out. I didn't say a word. Perhaps your investigation has gotten to you. I could have sworn I heard her say something about the real 7 mysteries. Oh, well, that's probably a better idea not to get into it. Anyway, is that any good? I mean, it's probably good. Oh. I mean, it's not bad. My mirror is pretty strong, because it means just sleep but better. I kind of prefer it over Speedbreaker. I mean, Speedbreaker is nice, because it's one of those that whenever it procs, you do get some guaranteed use out of it. And we could lose 4 speed for that. Because we never really used Demonic Scythe. And we'll worry about ordnance once it's schoolhouse time. But I think we're pretty much ready to knock out the engineering quest, then we'll bond with everyone before we go to the old schoolhouse. Alrighty. What do you guys want from me? Well, here you are. Hi, Reen. Thanks for coming. Oh, hey, Toa. What brings you here? I need a little break from work, so I came along to help George and Angie. I asked her to come and help out with the request we sent you. Oh yeah, she's working on the bike, too. Yep, the request is pretty much the same as last time, but with one key difference. This time we'd like you to ride with Toa at your side. By my side? Don't you mean behind me? You're gonna be the one behind the behind, Reen. Maybe it would be easier to just show you what you're talking about. I believe it's time for the grand reveal. Oh, wow. He did say something about a sidecar in the quest. Wow. Impressive, isn't it? We call this the sidecar. I mean, the sidecar is like kind of bigger than the normal bike. Much like the bike itself, this is a Roar Institute of Technology prototype that George put the finishing touches on. You can bike itself, but the sidecar lets other people ride along with you. Though it's much closer to riding in an Orbal car than it is to being like being on a second bike. That's pretty interesting. Oh, you want me to do a test ride while Toa sits in the sidecar? Yep. That means I'm in your care, Reen. Try not to crash or anything. Right, I'll make sure everything goes smoothly and safely. Oh, don't worry about that. George and I already have done all the necessary safety tests. The goal of this test is to get a professional perspective just like last time. That's right, be sure to give as much feedback as you can. That goes for you too, Toa. Okay. So, do you have time to go for a ride? Sorry, Reen, I'm always keeping you so busy. Don't worry about it. Time doesn't really pass when I'm wanting to do stuff. How about you, though? Do you have time? You seemed pretty busy yesterday. Thanks for worrying, but I'm fine. I got most of the harder work sorted out yesterday, which means I got time to spare today. As you can see, George and I are ready to go whenever you are. We'll work on your schedule today. Thank you. Well then, let's go. Why don't we get started right away? Great, let's get everything set up then. We're doing this on the nearby highway, aren't we? Yep, same one Reen tested the bike on last time. And this time we're not coming back. How does it feel to be in the sidecar, Toa? It's exciting, but I'm a little nervous too. Knowing Reen will be driving puts me at ease though. Thanks. Oh god, they're not gonna ask you to remember what to do, dude. Toa, please don't say things that make me envious like that. Now I have no choice but to send Reen home and ride with you myself. Sorry to cut you short here, Angie, but I can't let you do that. Remember, we chose these two for a reason. Same test as last time, right? Starting to ride, shifting gears, and coming to a stop. Does the sidecar change things at all? Actually, yes. The main changes are the increase in weight and different center of gravity. These two things will have a huge impact on how the bike operates. I'd recommend you approach this as a whole new experience because it's definitely going to feel like one. Never would have guessed. Okay, what will I have to do? Basically, when the sidecar is attached, you end up veering off towards its direction while you're accelerating. By the same token, when you're slowing down, you'll end up veering off in the opposite direction, which changes things a little for your tests. Starting to move will pull the handlebar to the left, so make sure to turn it slightly right to advance to compensate. Slightly right. Next up, when you're shifting gears, you need to turn the handlebar slightly to the left when you disengage clutch. Right to start, left clutch. The same goes for bringing to a stop, but the extra weight means she's going to be harder to slow down. Be sure to hit the brakes earlier than you did last time. Early brake, so right to start, left with clutch, early brake. Will do, it's like a whole different set of rules. It really is, but you should be fine if you pay attention to what you're doing. My advice to you, Toa, is to believe in Reen and focus entirely on enjoying yourself. I think I'll have a wonderful time if you do. Seconded. That should help motivate Reen too. How so? Well, think about it. I'll be happy knowing that you're having fun, and I won't want to make any mistakes and ruin that. Oh, that's so sweet. Well then, here's hoping this will be fun for both of us. And then they never returned. That's the hope. Right to start, left clutch, brake early. Alright, I'm going to start at the engine now. Is it going to ask me to remember how to start it, like the previous directions as well? Oh, this is also exciting. Okay, get ready. Angelica said I should turn the handlebar a bit when I start moving, didn't she? Turn it to the right. Here we go. Ooh, glad I didn't mess that up. Man, they're blazing fast. Yeah, it was really smooth. They're going to speeds of upwards of 2, maybe even 3 miles an hour. And off they go. Yeah, it should be fun to talk to them when they get back. I'm telling you, we're going to Heimdall. They ain't ever coming back. We're making our escape finally before we go on this deadly field study. So how's it? Does it feel different from when you rode alone? It definitely does. Angelica was right when she said it would handle completely differently. And that's not the only thing. What else is there? Nothing. I was thinking of something else. Reen, don't let the horny thoughts crash you. I probably shouldn't tell her the excitement of riding with her is a bigger hurdle than the sidecar. Okay, I think we're both used to the speed by now. Are you ready to go a bit faster? Sure. Alright then, let's switch gears. Which way do I have to turn the handlebars when switching again? Slightly to the left. Yeah, slightly left. I need to disengage the clutch, then turn the handlebar slightly to the left, opposite of the way we drove off. Oh, we're going now. Perfect. Wow, look at you, that went well. Thanks for the encouragement. Don't be silly, all I'm doing is just sitting here. Okay, you gotta hit the brakes a little earlier. This really does feel nice, doesn't it? The view from here is great too. It's much more refreshing experience than I would have expected it to be. Having you here with me makes it a lot more fun too. Oh, thanks. Okay then, I guess we're about done. It's almost time for us to turn back, so I'm gonna slow down a bit. Okie dokie, sounds like it's time for a final test. Angelica said the extra weight with the sidecar means I should take a different approach to slowing down. What was it I had to do? Brake earlier than usual. Takes longer for it to come to a stop with the extra weight, so I should put the brakes on earlier than usual. Oh my god, he's so good. There we go, we stopped in just the right spot. I knew you could do it. Thank you, Reen. I had so much fun, and we still have the journey back to look forward to. I'm glad to hear it. Why don't we take a little break before we go back then? Sounds good to me. Don't go back, Reen. Only death awaits you. It seems like things went well for the both of you. I'm impressed you could handle her with such different hardware than last time you rode. Please, I'm blushing here. We really appreciate your help too, Toa. You ended up having a really good time, didn't you? I did. It was a lot easier to just sit back and enjoy myself than I thought. Of course, that's all thanks to Reen. Not at all. The fact that you trusted in me and were able to enjoy yourself kept me focused on doing a good job. Well, I always trusting you, so today wasn't anything special. Nice to hear you say that, though. It tears my soul to say it, but you two make a good pair. I was about to say the same thing. Well, that finishes up the test. Let's head back to the engineering building. I mean, at least Toa's the only one that's apparently actually of age. Thank you both for all the great data. Your feedback should come in handy when I'm tuning this thing. I'm always glad to help. You're planning on entering that data into the computer, right? Would you like me to help you organize all of it? Really? That'd be a big help, but are you sure you have the time? Aren't you busy with your preparations for the trade conference? Wait, Toa's going to the trade conference? Wait, she is? Right, I haven't told you yet, have I? Is Toa at the trade conference? The truth is, the Imperial government requested that I go along to help out the major players. As such, I'll be heading to Crossbow for the trade conference as an assistant to the entourage. The entourage attends to the Empire's representative during the meeting, right? And you're assisting them? How important are you? Yeah, it'll mainly involve helping out with the paperwork and scheduling, I'd imagine. I don't think I'll be much help, to be honest, but the government did ask. Toa's received a ton of job offers from all over the country lately. Everyone's just waiting for her to graduate. The trade conference invite is the government's attempt to sweeten the deal. Unbelievable. Does this mean you're planning on moving into government work instead of the military? I still haven't decided yet. I'm kind of doing this just to broaden my horizons. And apparently all of this is because of the trouble in Heimdall last month. The government took a real oh yeah, they did mention, I guess that was the civilian they mentioned that helped with the evacuation. She took a real interest in how quickly and efficiently she evacuated all the civilians. That explains it. I'd say Class 7 ended up doing a lot more than I could ever have. I mean, you guys fought a bone dragon. I even had help from Angie and Crow too. Even then, it was thanks to your instructions we were able to split up and handle everything so efficiently. If you did decide to enter the military, I think you'd make a splendid commander. If they had a uniform small enough to fit her, that is. Hey, no teasing allowed! Either way, best of luck. I'm sure we'll be in the middle of another field study by then, but I'll be praying that things go well for you. Thanks, Reen. Whoa, 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 it's starting to look way too much like a sappy 10-mirror novella. Let me just keep stepping right here to keep you from stumbling into a badly written fantasy. What kind of novellas are you reading? The ones Dorothy recommends. Was it something I said? Now, asking questions will only encourage her. To change the subject before this gets out of hand, thanks for helping us test the bike out again. This is for you. Ooh. Just glad I could help. See you later then, Reen. Good luck investigating the old schoolhouse. You maybe won't die. Au revoir, you'll be the first person we ask if we need any more help. Hello, Reen Schwarzer of Class 7 speaking? It's Sara. You knocking out these requests for the student council? Yeah, I made my way through several of them now, and I'm just getting started on the rest. Nice, I got something to talk to you about, so come along to the faculty lounge when you can. I'm not going to take it out on your grades if you don't show up or anything, it's just a personal thing, later. Didn't even want to hear my response. Oh well, I suppose I should go meet her in the faculty lounge when I get a chance. Okay. Maybe that's another not-so-hidden quest? These numbers go here. She never slows down on the hard work, does she? Now that Toa's helping out, I better focus on getting some maintenance done. Sidecar's got a lot of room for improvement, so I'm looking forward to putting some work in. While I'm at it, go ahead and pop these open. Pop them open! Unleash the beast that is Usus. Don't even think about it. Just go ahead and do it. Goodbye. So what's the upgraded volcanic rain like? Okay, just extra strength and defense. I mean, you know, you can't go wrong with it. I wouldn't mind giving you a heal. It's just nice to have heals, I find. Honestly, you might benefit from, like, tier all. I mean, I do like having it on Reen, but... I think maybe giving it to you? I mean, there are some benefits to giving it to Reen, just because he has enough speed that he can cast it pretty quickly. And it can be used as, like, an alternate... Like, since we're limited on items, since I don't buy stuff, it's still nice. Or since I don't grind for money. And we would probably, I mean, just extra strength, maybe? Like, we could give you, we already have some accuracy from our accessory. We don't really need that. Extra speed. If we're not going to be using Fee... Well, actually, are we going to use Fee in this section? We might. Yeah, because it's Elliot that we're probably not going to have access to because he's busy. I do think Chrono Drop's very good. I think we'll equip it. I prefer... I mean, you lose 1 speed over Demon Scythe, but I think this ability is more useful. Okay, I'm just kind of looking. So we're supposed to go to the faculty lounge. Kind of an awkward time. We don't really have enough time to do all the bond events for this video. But I guess we can go ahead and see what she wants. And then if it seems like it's going to be something that locks us in for a while, we can stop before we get too deep into the quest. First things first, though, I gotta water up. Alrighty. Now also, do we have anything that gives HP for Reen as well, though? Because I really wouldn't mind, like, Reen... Like, HP is, like, pretty important. Because it's really your only... Because its defense itself doesn't do that much. HP is, like, the best way to make yourself more survivable. But we don't really have anything that gives, like, a noticeable amount of HP. I mean, there's HP 1, but, like, 500 isn't quite enough, I don't think, to justify. Do you have an attack on you? You don't have an attack on you. But I'd rather have 20 more attack. Honestly, yes. I don't know. We'll think. I might just buy a second one. Grant, we have no fire quartz. Or Sapith. Ah, there you are. Seems like everything's going smoothly with the student council. For the most part, yeah. Glad to hear it. I'm almost finished with another day's boring paperwork here. Want to skip this joint and head into town? You can treat me to a couple beers for being such a dedicated teacher. Absolutely not. Yeah, for some reason I see the school frowning on that. You never cease to entertain, Reen. So, Neithardt let us slip that he gave you guys some kind of special training last month. Wait, what are you... Oh, you must mean the swimming lessons. Exactly. I've been pretty pleased at how much you guys have been improving their times. And then boom, I find out it's all because of Neithardt's meddling. I'm still fuming. Do you know how much crow I was eating when he bragged right to my face, breakfast, lunch, and dinner? What's the deal with those two? It's like they're locked in some sort of mortal struggle to outdo each other. Well, that's how he wants to play it. The gloves are coming off. I'm going to hold special girls-only lessons. And you're just the man who's going to help me. What? But you just said it was girls only. Well, we're going to dress you up, Reen. But I need you, Reen. I need you to tell me all the juicy details of what Neithardt's been drilling you on. So you're free now, right? I almost forgot saying it, but I am. Splendid. Let's tear off our clothes and get into our swimming suits. Go gather up all the girls and tell them to meet me at the gymnasium. Swimming lessons Mark 2. What sort of training will we be doing here? It hasn't escaped my notice that only girls are here too. What sort of training indeed? Well, I mean, it's not only girls. I'm more worried about the wandering gaze of a certain boy in our midst. I'm not horny, you're horny. Well, things happen. Listen up, Instructor Reen here is going to tell us all about the secret training Neithardt decided to give the boys. Did you know they actually held a special workshop just for them? Does it burn you up that none of you were included? Not really. Knowing him, it was probably just needless exertion. Yeah, I totally get what you mean. He seems like the kind of guy who likes boring monologues and macho training sessions and all that sort of stuff. Yeah, the only thing we were missing was an 80s montage. Wow, why don't you tell him how you really feel? How you Reenly feel? I don't know, it doesn't really work. It seemed like it would work in my head, but it didn't actually in practice. Alright, let's start off this so-called man-way method of his. What does that involve exactly? Oh, that actually sounds pretty cool. The general idea behind the man-way method is that people put more effort into things and they can beat other people at them. First up, we'll have Reen and the Mean Machine show us how it's done. Is that Laura? Who's the Mean Machine? Go ahead and choose who you want to square up with. You know, just Reen is fine, really. Okay, I'm stuck here anyway. Might as well make the most of it. I don't know. I'm deciding between Laura, Fee, and Instructor Sara. We are behind with Laura on bond points because of missing her one bond event. Yeah, so maybe we'll do Laura as a way to catch up. And plus, I mean, I like using her in combat, and she does have good support stuff too for links. Probably Laura or Fee. You know what? Actually, let's do Fee. Well, you could use a little dose of excitement today, Fee. Would you go first? That's fine. The only stuff you're gonna hold back, though. I wouldn't dream of it. Has poor Reen bitten off more than he can chew? Only the lap times will tell for sure. Let's see if Reen can shoot off those blocks faster than our silver bullet. Oh god, how does this work again? It's X and circle, right? Or is it circle and square? It's triangle and circle, okay. I don't want to talk about it. What? How is that second? We hit the wall way before her. Bro. It's like, you really, I mean, I guess this, as long as you get goods on every, you'll win. You just can't have any misses. Okay. Did we? I think we won? I wasn't really paying attention, actually. I kind of zoned out at the last second. It's just kind of hard to, like, keep your eyes on both at the same time. Basically, I just kind of have to look at one and then just kind of hope I'm getting the other one right. Wow, you're pretty good. It would be better if they were, like, the circles are stacked on top of each other than side by side, I think. Wow, you're pretty good, Reen. Might even be able to take Laura. I don't know about that. I know you clock faster times than I won with just now. You've got a compliment from Fee. Just stop right now and savor the rarity. Anyway, get back over here. We're not done yet. Not even close. It only was like a few points anyway. So what did Neithardt have you guys do after this? Well, the first part was having us all just go head to head like we did just now. After that, he pushed us to our limit, swimming the length of the pool with just 30 seconds of rest between laps. In terms of distance, I'll bet we ended up swimming well over 5,000 arc. That's crazy! Now that's what I call a long-distance swim. That sounds about right for a regular training session. Shut up, Laura. Maybe for you, Laura. Distance doesn't really bother me, but I don't want to just swim laps back and forth. Boring! How do we play tag? Oh? I'm up for it if the rest of you are. Sounds fun. I'm not opposed to the idea. Yeah, I just hope a certain someone doesn't use fun and games as an excuse to get all grabby. We're not the ones you have to look out for. It's probably Sara. This is me you're talking about, not Crow. I'm sure it'll be fine. Well, looks like everyone's up for a rousing game of tag. Woohoo! I'll be it first. And that was how a grueling training session evolved into pool games. Unfortunately for poor Reen, his hand did up into the wrong place at the wrong time once or two, earning him everlasting shame. However, he nobly persevered in it, so it was that their novel training day came to an end. Serum capsule, ooh. Alright, that was, I like the little fun pool quests. Now, I think we can, yeah, we'll probably end it here. At the start of the next video, we will bond it up with everyone and then head to the old schoolhouse. Oh boy, I'm excited. I'm Extra Cheesy 87. Stay tuned for the next part. And bye, guys.